What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by two things. Since we don't do any sponsorships here on the channel, I'll go ahead and show them out real quick. The first is my music, which is available anywhere you stream music, and the second is a new podcast I just launched called Chasing Infinity. It is myself and ChatGPT as my AI co-host, and we dive into a wide range of topics. So check it out. Links in the description below, and I appreciate the support. Okay, guys, I want to talk about the easiest way, in my opinion, easiest way to get SPS into the game. Now, there's a multitude of ways, and I don't know all of them. I haven't tried all of them, but I'm going to let you know the way that in which I use, which I generally think is the easiest way because you're avoiding having to learn about private wallets. So people that aren't necessarily like crypto savvy don't have to deal with like multiple transfers, because let's say you were to use a private wallet, you'd have to get it from the exchange to your private wallet and then use a private wallet, connect it to the Splinterlands account, and use TerraBlock, right? So there's like a bridging fee and all that. I don't think you'd have to know more about ETH. You'd have to know about like BNB. Like, I'm not saying that it's necessarily, I don't know. It just seems more complicated. So the easiest way for me to onboard or to get SPS into the ecosystem and then actually get it in game where you can stake it and start getting the benefits is by using Hive Engine. And specifically Bitcoin or Litecoin. And I would probably recommend Litecoin because you can do smaller quantities when you're withdrawing from an exchange, as well as it's just got lower fees in general. So you'll have to be familiar with Hive Engine first. So let's say you're in the game, you understand how all this works. Let me just go ahead and show you the game here. So let's say you're in Splinterlands and you're checking it out. You can see here that let's say you go to your SPS. If you hit transfer, you can choose, right, from and to. You can actually choose from Hive Engine, which is a secondary, like a layer 2 built on top of the Hive blockchain, just like Splinterlands is built as a layer 2 on top of the Hive blockchain. You can transfer from one to the other, right? So Hive Engine to in-game or in-game to Hive Engine. So in this case, we'd be doing from Hive Engine to in-game, but I'm jumping ahead here. What is Hive Engine? Well, you just go to Hive Engine, hive-engine.com. It is kind of like a DEX. I don't know if it's actually decentralized, but it's an exchange that's built on the Hive blockchain that offers for smart contracts like this. And you can see there's a bunch of tokens that are listed here. And the ones that I want you to focus on are Swap BTC and Swap LTC, because those are the wrapped versions of those tokens on this chain. Now, in order to do this, you go there, you log in with your Hive keychain. Hopefully you're at least familiar with that. But if you have your Hive keychain, you can log into essentially anything safely, right? Relatively safely. I don't actually, you know what? I'm going to take that back. Just be careful. But Hive Engine I know is safe. I've been using it for several years. If other people are asking for your posting and active key and all that stuff, just be wary of it. Make sure you do your research. But for me, at least, I've been using Hive Engine for a while. I haven't had any issues, fingers crossed. But that's just where things are at. So you log into Hive Engine, you'll see all these different tokens listed here. You can see the prices that they're going for, the 24-hour volume, how much is actually on the exchange. And then what you want to do is go to wallet. Now, here's the key. You do deposit. And what that's going to offer you, like, see, you can deposit pretty much any token that you want, and then you'll get the wrapped version of it. I would still go with Litecoin, right? So you type in Litecoin LTC, and bam, it gives you a deposit address. Note that at least at the time of this recording, there's a 0.75% fee on depositing into this ecosystem. But you would just take this deposit and go to your exchange. And like I said, the reason I think that this is easiest is because anybody that's getting into crypto can sign up with any exchange, literally, I think anywhere around the world, and it's most likely going to have Litecoin. If it doesn't, I wouldn't trust that exchange, just because Litecoin is one of the top 50, top 100 tokens, right? It's been around for a while. So I would use Litecoin in this scenario. I've used Bitcoin in the past too. I mean, I've used a lot, but Litecoin to me just has the cheapest fees. It's fastest. So I would just go with that. And I've used it many times without issues. Hopefully there are none when you try it. But you can also do lower minimums, right, for withdrawals. So it just makes it a little bit easier to test out as well. But you would just take this deposit address, throw it into your exchange, into where you want to withdraw to, and it should show up in your account as swap.ltc. Now, the thing is, Hive Engine can be a little bit confusing because everything is based in Hive, right? So when you go and you're looking at the value in Hive, so you can't necessarily swap from one token to another. You have to go through Hive, which in this case is swap.hive. So if I was to go into like swap.ltc, if I were to go here and then click on this button all the way on the right, so for the exchange, you can see, right, here's the ask and the bid price. in dollars, right? But it's also going to show you on the top how much that is in Hive. And Hive, whatever the value of Hive is, that ranges because it's another crypto token as well. But at least if you want to see USD, you can see it directly underneath. The problem is when you go and set up your buy and sell orders, everything's done here in Hive. So you don't have the USD equivalent. You have to kind of map it out. I personally wouldn't use this. I don't use it as much, right? This is more of a traditional exchange. I would use a swap, and that would be the kind of sister thing here for Hive Engine, which would be TribalDex. So this is tribaldex.com, and then you just click on swap. Now you can log in here with your Hive keychain, right? It's made by the same people, so it's all interconnected. You can see TribalDex by Hive Engine, but this just allows you to swap, so you don't have to worry about setting prices and all that. You can immediately go from one to the other, and as long as there's enough liquidity, it shouldn't impact the prices too much. And with, swap.ltc, swap.hive, and SPS, those are some of the highest moving ones in the ecosystem. So I would, I'd feel much more comfortable with that. But let's go ahead and turn these around. So what you would need to do, once again, right, there's nothing that goes directly from Litecoin, or let me go LTC, Litecoin into SPS. So if you were to try to swap that for SPS, for example, actually, maybe there is one. No liquidity pool found between. So you would need to go between that and swap.hive. So you go in and let's say you threw in like one Litecoin, which is like $60. That's going to get you 337 Hive, right? So as soon as you're done, you get your 337 Hive. You can see here that the price impact for this is 0.06%, which is super low. Not as low as it could be, but it's significantly lower. And what I guess what I'm trying to show you is, like, let's say you were to do 10 swap.hive, right? So this is like $600. All of a sudden you're moving the price by almost 3%. So you can see there's not as much liquidity. You might need to do this in smaller transactions over time. And that's one of the issues people are having right now in terms of onboarding lots of capital. But hopefully we'll work towards that as the price and value of SPS goes up over time. But let's say you were to do this, right? So you got, one swap.ltc and one, and you get 337 Hive. You then take your 337 Hive and do SPS, right? So, and that would get you, I don't know. Let's see. At the time of this recording, it gets you like 8,000 SPS. So once you have SPS sitting here, whether it's on TribalDex or Hive Engine, again, they're connected, right? Once you have your SPS that's ready to go, that's when you would go back in game and you would see here, right? Okay, how much do I have in game? How much do I have on Hive? How much do I have on either of my external wallets? And you could choose to send in, right, from Hive Engine to the game however much you want, right? Max 75, 50, or 25%. And you hit transfer, and then it comes in game. And then you take it here, you stake your SPS, and you're off to the races, having fun, earning rewards in game. So hopefully that makes sense for anybody that's trying to get SPS. To me, that's the easiest way. It's definitely not the only way, but to me, it's the easiest way, especially for those that aren't really crypto savvy or crypto native. You can, at the very least, go into your exchange, wherever it is around the world, buy some Litecoin, send that Litecoin, test it out first, right? Do a small amount first, send that Litecoin to Hive Engine, and swap it there, and then bring it in game. That is the easiest way to me. But again, I'm open to other ideas. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That is all I have for you guys in this video. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.